So now we're going to speak about the SS Kyle. And, well, for what reason do you remember did you build this boat?
Well, she came to Newfoundland from Newfoundland Railway, I think it was in 1912, and she was used on the Gulf in the Newfoundland, when the Newfoundland Railway was working. But now, when CN took her over, and then, but she was used by the government for carrying people on the Labrador in the summer, in the fishery business.
Okay.
And in the fall, in the winter, she was used down Botwood for breaking the ice for the paper boats to get in.
So did you ever work on the Kyle?
No.
No? Did you bring him ever on her?
I made a good many trips on it, but I was never worked on it.
No. And, well, what was the main purpose of the Kyle?
Well, the main part of the Kyle was she was to carry the fishermen back and forth on the Labrador.
Oh, okay.
And carrying the goods to the people on the Labrador. She was on the Labrador route.
I remember my pop telling me many stories about going on the Kyle. Do you know when the Kyle got stuck in Harbour Grace? Down in the harbour?
Well, the herders bought her, and they went to the seal fishery into her, and there was a hole in a hoist found on her. And they took her up there to somewhere over coast to get her repaired, and they couldn't find nothing as good to put into her what was into her. So she was sold then called the Eagle, but they bought her back again. And what happened to her then, they used her for a while, but a storm of wind comes, she was acting in Harbour Grace, and she parted her chains and went ashore. That's what she's doing now. That's what the end of the day is through.
Yes. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the Kyle or any other of the boats?
Well, I made a rough trip on her.
Did you?
She was used in the war years, and she had 6 lifeboats, which she could only take, there was 50 in '81, she could only take about 350 people in their boats, and I was on it when there were about 500 on her.
Oh my goodness.
And we was in Conch, coming on the Labrador in the war years. 3 days, there was a draft of wind there and the sun enough to scorch her. And the 3rd night, they put out, and she got through the limits of hurricane. We put her in Conch, and there was 10-hour steam from Conch across to Twinningate. And and the destroyer took her across there. And I was in there when the water burst down the canvas up in the lifeboats up in the bridge, and our boat deck. It was running very smooth.
No, I can't imagine.
On the darkness, no light. Running in darkness in the night, no light.
It had to be scary. Well, thank you very, very much for coming in and speaking to us today.
You're kindly welcome.
We're very honored to have your boats here and for you to come in and be able to tell us all these fascinating stories.
I won't be building as many as that anymore.
No. Well, we're very lucky to have you to have built so many.
I think it's time for me to retire.